Hi, my name is Erika Lewinsky, and I'm the Senior Product Manager for the release stage here at GitLab. Today, I want to walk through some of the issues that we have planned for the 13.7 milestone. You can walk along and view it with me. It's issue number 26 under the Progressive Delivery Project. It's called Release 13.7 Planning Issue. So let's get started. You can see here all the top priority deliverables that we're going to start working on. So the first one that I want to talk about is called Show Deployment Status in the Environment page. Today, when you look in the environment page, there's no way for you to know what's going on with your deployment. So what we want to do in this milestone is add that status for you. So what we're going to do is bring the badge that you're used to seeing from the deployment page into the environment page so that you can view it directly from there and know if your deployment has been successful or if it hasn't failed. The next issue that I want to talk about is API support for deployment frequency. And we're really excited about this because this is one of our first steps into supporting the DORA 4 metrics for the project and group level view. So we're planning on adding a bunch of all the DORA 4 metrics under different areas so that you can view it both in the project level and the group level and even in the instance level. And this is the first thing that we're doing is adding API support for deployment frequency. So deployment frequency is how often you deploy to production from your project. And that's the information that we already have in GitLab, and we want to bring that and have it available for all the users. And the first step is actually supplying this for API. So you may want to bring this information into another tool. And this is also going to be the base for our implementation of the UI. I'm going to show you a sneak peek of what this is supposed to look like at the end for you to see exactly the deployment frequency on the project level. So today under CICD analytics on the project, you can see the pipelines, and we're adding the ability to also see deployment frequency. So you will have different tabs for pipelines and different tabs for deployments, and you will be able to toggle between them and see your deployment frequency for the last week, last month, and last year. So really, really excited about that. And then our next issue that I want to talk about is called Set Deployment Traffic Weight via UI. In the previous milestone, we worked on setting the deployment traffic via API. So today, if you're using Canary in GitLab, you control the weights and the rollout through the YAML file. In the previous milestone, we added the ability to control this external to the YAML through the API, and we're really excited to follow through with also adding this in the UI. So directly from the deploy board itself, you can set the weights for your stable or Canary version and change them, scale up and scale down as needed. Our next issue is provide a configuration option to prevent maintainers from adding or editing environments to projects. And this is for our more highly regulated users, and this is something that has been requested. It's for segregation of duties, that if there's a maintainer that is not allowed to deploy to production or to a protected environment, they should also not be able to add or remove environments to a project and override that ability. So what we want to do here is we're going to start implementing it in this milestone, is allowing the configuration or setting to actually prevent this from happening. And as I mentioned, we're going to start with API, but what we want in the future to see in the UI is actually under something similar to under protected environment setting to have this checkbox that allows you to enable or disable the setting, which prevents maintainers from editing environments. So as I mentioned, API first, UI second, and this will enforce this new setting. As part of our DORA 4 metrics that we discussed, we also understand that seeing these metrics on the project level are only a partial solution for this, and we understand that the next level up is to see all the metrics on the group level. So what we want to do is introduce the CICD analytics navigation at the group level and not only on the project level like it appears today. So again, really excited about all the DORA 4 metrics coming together and taking shape here in GitLab. We're going to consistently see more and more issues that we're going to tackle and address in the upcoming milestones. The next issue that I want to discuss is show AWS deployment success code in logs. And the idea behind this is that instead of having a user toggle between different tools to understand the status of the deployment, we're going to bring all the deployment information into GitLab itself. So if you're doing a deployment of AWS through GitLab, you will also be able to get the error or success information in the GitLab log itself, so you don't have to go to an external tool. You'll get it directly from the tool that you're doing the deployment from. And the last issue that I want to talk about today is see which commits and pipelines are run in the fork project versus the parent project. So a few milestones ago, we added the ability to run forked projects in the parent pipeline by requesting someone with appropriate permissions to do that for you. And this is what it looks like today. So there's really not enough information for you to understand which pipeline you're looking at or where it actually ran. Was it in the parent or was it in the fork? So what we want to do here is actually add this new information. So you can see there's a new badge that tells you that this has run in the forked project, and you can understand from there. So that's all for me today. I'm really, really excited about this release and being able to start working on all these cool features. As always, if you have any feedbacks or comments, please ping me on the issues or email me at ogolowinski@gitlab.com. And I will see you next time. Thank you.